Steve Clarke is doing such a phenomenal job at Kilmarnock that, to be honest, I think he would be a great fit not just for Rangers, but for Celtic, if and when the time comes. It baffles me, the job he's doing at Kilmarnock with the players he's got, with Saturday's win at Ibrox just the latest great result. I spoke to him at a charity event recently and just doffed my hat to him for the turnaround. From what we saw early in the season, to where they are now, I wanted to know what the secret was. His answer was, "You know what? I don't know. All I do is keep it very simple and the boys have responded. And they're confident. They've lost the odd one along the way, but they are producing unbelievable results, given the squad they have. Killie are unbeaten against the old firm under Clarke. They beat Celtic, they beat Rangers. This is a team that is flirting with relegation every season. I think Celtic or Rangers, if you are in a position where you need a manager, would be smart to look at him. Celtic missed out on him as a player once or twice, I believe, and I think he was in the running when Ronnie Deila left. He's a very experienced manager, a Scot who knows the English game very well. My God, if Brendan Rodgers were to leave in the next couple of years, Clarke would be the perfect replacement. I think his prospects now are even higher than when he was in England, doing it for West Brom and Reading. He has this remarkable gift. He doesn't just get the most out of players, he gets more than that. Rodgers gets so much credit for doing it. Clarke deserves even more, when you look at the budget and the wages he has to work with. In terms of what Saturday means for Rangers, well, before the Old Firm game I brought up their home form. They had won only half of their games at Ibrox. There had been a lot of talk going into that Old Firm derby because of Graham Morty's kind of revolution. The points accumulated over the time that he'd been there. Over the course of 18 games, Rangers would have been top of the league. But what a difference a week makes. If Celtic win their game in hand, they'll be 13 points clear. If you're looking for reasons why Rangers have struggled at home, it's about being expected to create chances in certain situations. You saw signs when Celtic went down to 10 men last week, and suddenly Rangers were under pressure to dominate. There must be an inner belief when it comes to being expected to win. But Rangers just run out of options. I just think they don't have the artillery in the final third to overcome teams at Ibrox. Whether that's pressure from the fans or pressure from within, they don't seem to be doing it on a consistent basis. They look a different animal away from home, when teams might go at them and try to score goals. When teams go to Ibrox, they know Rangers will play with very high fullbacks, so they'll get a chance to hit them on the counter. Hibs, Kilmarnock, Celtic down to 10 men. They've all done it. When Rangers are the team on the offensive and the onus is on them to produce killer passes, I don't think they have players in that team capable of doing that, certainly not under pressure. They've lost to Hibernian, to Hamilton Oxys, St Johnstone, and Kilmarnock. Teams who sit in and are very resilient. They'll cause this Rangers side problems. The first half of the Old Firm derby was very free-flowing and that suited Rangers. It also forced Celtic into a few mistakes at the back. As soon as the visitors needed to just defend, well, Celtic could still be there now and Rangers wouldn't have scored. And Rodgers' men had the ability to score at the other end. I don't think it's a question of mentality. Rangers are just not good enough to break down really organized defending. Josh Windass needs a bit of space in behind, see a pass or open up his body and run forward. Daniel Candias can put a good ball in the box but their top scorer, Colombian striker Alfredo Morelos, is missing sitters on almost a weekly basis. To be champions or contend at the top of the league, win cups, you need a striker who will score 8 out of 10 chances. It seems to me that Morelos is missing 6 or 7 out of every 10 he's getting. Then you've got 2 holding midfielders who don't carry a threat, except at set pieces. So they just don't have that cutting edge to break down a good defense. It will take another overhaul in the summer. But Morty might not be there as manager. And some lone players, Jamie Murphy, Jason Cummings, Russell Martin and Sean Goss, might not be there. It will take another massive investment in the summer. And it takes a lot of smart work to build a team capable of challenging for the title or winning trophies. Let's hope Scotland can lose nearly Mentag under McLeish. There will be a nervousness among the Scotland coaching staff and players at Hampden on Friday night. It's still very early days in terms of seeing who the main players will be over the next couple of years, so I'm not sure fans will turn up expecting to see everything perfect right away. It's good that there are new faces coming into the squad. It's up to them to take their chance. I always enjoyed playing for Scotland, even in friendly games, because it was such an honor. The thing that got me down was going away for 10 days with a group of players and coaches who you really respected, everyone working so hard, yet always falling short in a big qualifying doubleheader. It was really hard being the nearly men. We all want that to change, so I'll be hoping to see some positive signs on Friday.